What is up, guys? Welcome back into the channel. If you're new, thank you for stopping in. Also, I want to give a huge shout out to D.M.I Rhino and Matthew Square Body TIG. I sent them some stuff probably 2 weeks ago. They got it and actually gave me a shout out in their most recent video. So thank you again, guys. Today we're going to be working on the 92, the 6.5 diesel again. So if you guys are new to the channel, it was fully rebuilt. We had some fuel issue leaks that we needed to address, which I believe was coming from back where the valley would be, and it was the fuel filter housing. So we got a brand new AC Delco one here. Here is the original one. I was just going to replace the O-ring down here. As you can tell, it's kind of got some smashed a little bit, and I'm guessing it's probably the original one. But then I started looking at it, and the wires are showing on this. And yeah, so we just decided to buy a new one, all brand new heavy duty wires here. This thing is nice. So I'm gonna pop it open, make sure there's a filter in there. If not, we'll take our filter from in here, swap it over, and get that bad boy mounted right back in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this top piece pulled off, check to see if there's a filter in there, and we're just gonna get our lines thrown on, get it bolted back down, and go from there. Why we replace this is I believe this O-ring sits down in there just like that, and this is what the glow plug heats up, so your fuel and stuff and all that, and it actually mounts in the very bottom down here. And I believe we had a small enough pinch there in that O-ring that fuel, when you started it, it was pretty much just following those threads up and out and then just dripping down and then running down the back. So we got a new one. Like I said, we were just going to change it O-ring, but then I seen like the wires and stuff, and it was kind of bad. So $100, replace everything, and then you don't have to worry about anything else failing. So we're going to go ahead and get this thing cracked open, make sure there's a filter in there. If not, we'll swap over and then get it bolted up. So guys, I had to pull the outline out. It just wasn't long enough. It's got this weird bend in it. I could only get it slid up, about yay far on there, and I just didn't like that because there's not going to be much clamping there. I mean, it was like no room at all. So what I'm going to do is I had this extra here. I'm just going to probably make it maybe a ½ inch to an inch longer, cut it, get the hose clamp put back on the motor side, and then we'll slide it on here, be able to clamp it real nice, not have to worry about and try and fight with this. So we're gonna go ahead and do that now. Like I said, we'll get the motor side clamp down because it's kind of a pain in the butt, and then we'll just get everything else put back together. Well guys, we got the new one in there. Hopefully you guys can see that in there. The new one bolted up pretty nice. I started to crank it and stuff, but it's kind of hard to tell if I'm getting fuel and stuff, so I might end up having to take that back out and putting fuel down in that filter and stuff, and then hopefully it will crank over. But no, other than that, everything went together really nice. We did replace this line, like I said. I just took some of my other, I think this is ½ inch line, cut it, and I put it on the motor side first, because it goes in underneath of the filter here. It goes underneath of the air intake, or whatever you want to call this, underneath, and then it goes to the injection pump, which sits right underneath of where it bends and goes to the turbo, right underneath there. So I took it off, made it a little bit longer to make it easier to bolt everything up. So we got that all done. Probably gonna wait for Dad to get home to kind of help me crank it and just check everything over. So once he gets here, we'll go ahead and do that, guys. Like I said, it went on fairly easy. I think the most difficult part was just trying to get this hose clamp off of this side, just because it's real tiny. It's this guy here. So it was kind of a pain in the butt to get in there with a socket and a wrench to get it off, but we did. But yeah, once Dad gets home, we'll get this thing cranked over, check everything for leaks, and then hopefully she's good to go. Well, it's been a couple of days here, guys. We did get the 92 all finished up. We just got it fired up because Dad was up here and I wanted to show him. We did fixing it. It was that O-ring on the bottom of it here in the heater house. Just kind of heats the fuel up to make it start a little bit easier in the winter and stuff. Here's the actual O-ring as I showed you guys before. But we put the new one on there. We had it running for probably a minute, 2 minutes. Didn't drip a dime. That stuff underneath there is just, it's literally been sitting in the same spot for 2 weeks now. So that's old stuff, but I mean, it's good to go. We got it. I'm glad we got it fixed. I just need to get it cleaned up now because we are still gonna sell this thing. Since Dad did get his new truck, which I'll be making a video on here shortly. But no, I think it's ready to go pretty much. I need to throw a couple nuts on the bolts here on the bumper because it still kind of jiggles up and down, but we'll get that. And then I need to throw the tailgate on it. But other than that, she's ready to go. I'm glad I got that fuel leak issue figured out. I'm glad it was that fuel filter housing. It was pretty simple. It literally just sits right down here in the middle. So nothing too crazy and hard to get to. So that being said, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the content here on the 92. I'm the GM man. Remember, learning as I do, doing what I love. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.